11 years ago today, I was attacked on the way home from a nightclub, and like I just mentioned, it literally flipped mine and my family's lives upside down. And at that moment in time when that happened, it was probably the worst thing that had ever happened to me, and other than death, that could ever happen to me. But now looking back, it's turned out to be one of the best things that have ever happened to me, you know. So 11 years ago today, I was attacked on the way home from a nightclub, and after I was attacked, I made it back to the safety of my parents' home. And after my parents failed to wake me up the next morning, I was rushed to hospital, where I suffered from a fractured skull and a blood clot due to a bleed on the brain. I had to be put into an induced coma, and 3 days into that coma, the specialist suggested to my parents that they pulled the plug on my life support machine because I had zero brain activity. And they told my parents, due to the severity of my injuries and because there was zero brain activity, that they would highly suggest that my parents consider pulling the plug on my life support machine. And when I was in a coma, I wasn't conscious to decide whether to pull the plug on my machine or not, and it was totally in somebody else's control. But I've noticed that many people who are alive and well have unconsciously pulled the plug on their own. Because death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside us while we live. Because so many people die at 25 and aren't buried until 75. Because the graveyard is one of the wealthiest places on this earth. Just imagine all of those undiscovered and unused talents, skills and abilities that cease to exist. All of those would-haves, could-haves and should-haves that the world never had exposure to. And I personally don't want to perish filled with potential. Because so many people let family, friends, other people, society stop them from going after what they truly want in life. They let other people stop them from chasing their dreams and unleashing their full potential. So for anyone listening, from somebody that's been on their deathbed, do not take your greatness to the grave. Don't get to the end of your life with the regret of not even trying to go after what you truly want. Because regret is something that you'll take to the tomb. Regret is something that you'll carry with you the whole of your life. So you can either live in belief or die with regret. So whatever it is that you want to do in your life, never let somebody else decide, determine, design or dictate your destiny, because it's down to you and you alone to choose what you want in your life, and then to start taking those uncomfortable action steps towards that life that you dream and desire. Because nobody's going to come along and save you and tell you what to do. It's down to you and you alone. But like I say, so many people are letting things like fear stop them, and other people stop them from going after what they want. But many people are just existing, believing that tomorrow is guaranteed. They think that tomorrow they're going to start. Oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow to get going. I'm going to wait till tomorrow till I put that piece of content out, or tell that person what I think, or ask for that job, or whatever it is in life. You're waiting for tomorrow. Just know that tomorrow may never come. So never, and I mean never, put off until tomorrow what can be done today. So take the first step and just get moving, people, because an object in motion usually stays in motion. Once you take that first step, things become a lot easier. But so many people are just letting days and weeks and months and years go by, and then next thing you know, they get to a point where they say, oh, it's too late, I've left it too long. Listen, as long as your beautiful heart is still beating, then you can decide how you want your life to end, you know, because all you got to do is make that decision today and take the first step. It's not hard, people. One step. Don't think of the whole journey, just think of that first step in front of you and then take it. Because so many people are waiting for, say, disaster to happen, disaster to strike. They're waiting for something to happen to them or their family members to get really ill, you know. So all I say to you is, like, you don't have to wait for somebody that you know to become seriously ill or die in order to take action today. Because your dream life is there, right in front of you, ready for the taking. You just have to reach out and grab it with both hands. And like I said, it's down to you and you alone, because nobody is going to come along and tell you what to do. As much as we're like that, it's never going to happen. Yeah, once you get moving, you'll find people that will help you out. But if nobody sees you taking that uncomfortable action, and nobody sees you putting yourself in the centre of discomfort, nobody's going to feel the need or want to help you, you know. So take those first few steps and then just watch those doors start to open up. And yeah, you start to realise that once you're on your own personal path of purpose, things just start naturally attracting towards you, where you will get help along the way. So don't think of that bigger picture. Focus on one or two few steps in front of you and start today, people. So from that lesson that I learned from laying on my deathbed with zero brain activity, I just say to anybody, don't wait. Because we're all dying, you know. We are all dying, and death is the greatest motivator in the world. Death is the greatest motivator in the world if you let it be, you know. Because think of it this way. Today is the oldest that you've ever been, but the youngest that you'll ever be. Because the reality is that we've all been dying since the day we were born. So use death as fuel to drive you towards your desired destination, because one day you're gonna die. Like, it's all coming to all of us. One day, all of us are gonna die. But as long as your heart's beating now, and as long as you're opening your eyes every morning, you're still here. And you can still take that action towards that life that you want. So stop waiting and start doing. Just don't get to the end of your life with the regret of not even trying. So that's me, Ryan, and I'm done. So thank you for coming on.